when leg day finally pays off. That wasn't Roid Rage. This is Roid Rage. By, and I'm not making this up,
mesomorph supplements.
If you're an ectomorph, sorry, you're bang out of luck.
A mesomorph is the guy in between the...
And here is why that lady Hulk smashed that car.
This was in Roid Rage, this was in Road Rage, this was betrayal of my friend and my man having an affair behind my back.
You think that was savage? In this week's Gabby is a Savage.
Dude was mean mugging hard.
That was Gabby with her latest single, Don't Be a Pusk. Oh, for those of you who might not know what a pusk is, it's a young man in the gym minding his own business. He doesn't even look. You're filming yourself and fiddling with your yoga pants to try and create a fabricated attention-seeking post, and he just doesn't care. Because after all, some people go to the gym just to exercise. Started juice when I started working out.
22 million views.
Steroids after 4 months has done this to my back, and I gotta say it's worth it. After doing a bit of research, I found out that steroids actually give you back acne, and it's not great. My back is completely covered in scars, and it feels pretty terrible all the time, but I do like being able to go to the gym more. I finally hit 180 pounds, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
So my first reaction is he's trolling. Maybe he isn't really on juice, but in his further posts, he claims he's conducting an experiment on himself and documenting it on TikTok, obviously.
I've been taking steroids for 4 months to see what would happen. And a week ago, someone told me that I should share what I find on TikTok. And within those 7 days, I've gotten 50,000 followers on TikTok and 8,000 on Instagram. And I'm glad you guys are as interested as I am, but I feel kind of bad because I still plan on deleting this account in a few months when I'm done. This is going to be a very short experiment that I hope no one will do again.
And so in my opinion, a 20-year-old should be nowhere near gear. I think that's pretty obvious to anyone who has any semblance of critical thinking.
This is my back after 2 months of steroids. This is my back after 3 months of steroids. This is 4 months, and now finally 5 months. You'll notice that it's getting way better. Unfortunately, I was forced to take about a month break from the gym, which also meant no steroids. That mixed with eating much less dairy, and I started treating it, my back is actually starting to look pretty good. Or at least pretty good to my standards. Still kind of looks like a strawberry shortcake.
But I think this profile may be a bit of a ruse. Started juice when I started working out is obviously a ridiculous thing to do, and I'm thinking he isn't really doing it and may end his account with some type of reveal against the use of juice at that age, or maybe even just the absurdity of TikTok culture. How he could build 100,000 followers so quickly on social media by pretending to go the roids route at 20 years old. A faked enhanced influencer, if you will.
Since taking steroids, I've gotten a lot of comments like, all of that just to bench 185. I'll have you know, not only are you wrong, but you're complimenting me, because I bench way less than that. I can now bench 135, and 4 months ago, I couldn't lift the bar, which is a great improvement, but you really should not take steroids when you start working out. But if you're still curious about doing that, then please don't. Just follow me. I'm only going to do this for a few more months, then I'm deleting all of it.
Albeit, if this is him genuinely taking roids as a beginner to prove a point, he doesn't need to. Taking roids at 20 is dumb. Next.
And he's super jacked. Look at him. See, that's what he used to look like. Kidding aside, I go to his Instagram page all the time. It's very informational.
Informational such as this recent post. Do you take full advantage of the anabolic window? You better if you want to maximize your results. Don't worry, he sells the supplements you need for your anabolic window. Convenient.
Very interesting videos too that he has on YouTube. He's clearly a very, very bright guy. And is also super jacked.
He is smart and jacked, to be fair. Probably on the same TRT protocols as Rogan.
Anabolic window. I'm talking about Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, Mr. Jim Stoppani, that I put you in the same category because you are, really bet muscular and anabolic.
And your anabolic window is like a drop in the ocean if you're taking mountains of PEDs.
I would rather punch myself in the nose than miss my anabolic window.
I would rather machine gun myself in the face than listening to these three babbling on about the anabolic window, sponsored by Gym Supplement Science.
If you had 24 hours with me and I couldn't say no, what would we do?
And we raise my testosterone levels to match yours.
I know, guy. Meet Gordon Ryan. Gordon Ryan is not a fitness influencer. He's actually talented.
All right, it's going to be a bad day for the haters again.
A respected jiu-jitsu competitor and elite martial artist.
Gordon only wins because he's on juice and bigger and stronger than everyone.
So let's see if we can make sense of this. So Ryan posted a picture of himself suffering health issues involving antibiotics and his gut health, and subsequently posted a few pictures of him a while later looking jacked. And as a sportsman, roid allegations followed.
Will you ever enter a PED tested tournament? Would you even win?
As did YouTube videos.
There is no anabolic steroid that will transform you from this to this in a matter of 1 week. It is absolutely nonsensical to have anyone in the comments here saying anything related to You clearly got back on.
And so firstly, Derek's videos were actually very compassionate towards Gordon and not attacking him at all. Gordon's IG comment section, however,
I'm back on roids. Back on roids again. Looking soft. Off cycle maybe.
Was way more entertaining. Is he on roids? Well, he could be. I mean, that could well be an enhanced physique looking at that picture, but it could also not be, going from this to this in a few weeks, even if enhanced is unrealistic. And then you have the lighting angles, pump and all that with pictures. If you look at his videos, you'd say he doesn't look enhanced and pictures can be deceptive. It's all very confusing, really.
The massive difference lighting and a pump can make.
A great example. David Lade, one of the most popular fitness industry guys. Here he is standing at who knows where in a t-shirt, regular lighting, no pump, just chilling. And he looks like a normal dude. And then here he is on the left at the gym with down lighting, flexing his ass off, striations going off the chain. And this guy looks like a meat stick and a half. The guy is peeled out of his goddamn mind. The lighting and angles, bro. Some people really need to stop letting it dictate their body dysmorphia too. Like when you see something like this, you don't realize that it's also this. It can heavily influence your perception of your own physique quality, where you stand. Some people getting on gear because they are heavily influenced by something like this, when the reality is that if you just got lean, you might otherwise look the same as that guy too.
And so yes, valid point, but I don't completely agree. The problem with that example is David Lade was deadlifting crazy numbers by the age of 16 and 17. At 17, he was at elite powerlifting standards, whilst also having a ripped six-pack and full aesthetic fitness model muscles. He was for sure juicing as a teenager, as were the dudes he was hanging around with. I think one of them's been pretty open about it now. Maybe he isn't on Source now, but he isn't Lifetime Natty. And he was part of a movement of very young guys jumping on gear to create this fitness influencer career and influencing teenagers to aspire to performance and aesthetic goals that are near on impossible for 17-year-olds training naturally just for 1 or 2 years. And so whilst Derek makes a good point about angles and lighting and the effect it can make, and I completely understand where he's coming from, I just don't think David Lade is the best example. And in addition, David Lade was never a huge guy necessarily, but you have to also consider the wider context of how people are performing in the gym, what age they are, how long they've been lifting, and as a solid rule of thumb, never trust a fitness influencer.
I was using the hyperextension machine and doing sets back and forth, and no lie, this man was 4 inches from my ass each time I tried to finish my sets because of how I set up my little space to film, and he rudely took the machine and went in my frame. Like, sir, you clearly saw me doing something. Clown.
Classic case of another person that doesn't understand the concept of shared gym space, who is supersetting using multiple pieces of equipment at the same time whilst filming, and someone dared to use the machine behind her because it was empty. And so Natalie was called out on her behavior by many commenters, in which she replied,
"You all need to do some breathing exercises and find a hobby."
Well, the gym if you'll let anyone else use it.
You only get one life, why are you choosing to be a cockroach?
Says the person who secretly filmed a dude exercising and uploaded it to social media.
When you can literally go outside and see how beautiful our one life is.
Inside. Give me your input. I'm James Linker. I'll see you soon.
I would rather punch myself in the nose than miss my anabolic window.